Vaughn, thank you so much.
Well, nearly 250 years after their deaths, the bodies of a dozen soldiers who fought for our nation's independence will finally soon be laid to rest here in South Carolina.
In fact, today their bodies were taken from Richland County to Kershaw County, where they died in 1780 at the Battle of Camden.
State House reporter Mary Green joins us live in Columbia. So, Mary, why is this going on now?
Well, Greg, Dondi, their bodies had only been discovered relatively recently, and they had been here in Columbia for the last several months as researchers worked to learn more about who they were. Now these soldiers' journeys home will end this weekend in Camden. Under a cloudless sky above the State House rested a dozen caskets bearing the stars and stripes. The stop Thursday was en route to the 12 soldiers' final resting place. They died fighting for the Continental Army nearly 250 years ago at the Battle of Camden in what's now Kershaw County. So too did a 13th soldier who joined them on this journey, a Scottish Highlander who fought for the British.
In the Army, we say, never leave a fallen comrade. And today and this week, we get to correct an era of history omitted for 242 years.
Archaeologists and coroners were among those collaborating for the last several months to learn more about the discovery of their bodies in shallow graves on the Camden battlefield.
We approached it much like we do our forensic work by creating what we call a biological profile. Our next step from there were to go through other analyses such as trauma, disease, anything that we can glean from the skeletal remains to produce what will eventually be a report that will be open to the public.
Researchers believe some of them were as young as 14.
It was a very emotional project for everybody. It's one thing to write about military history, map battles, talk about battles. When you find people buried 6 inches deep, it's a whole nother experience.
After leaving the State House, the procession stopped at Fort Jackson for our country's newest soldiers to pay their respects to some of its first.
It is because of them that we are free Americans.
While these soldiers will soon be at their final resting place, research into who they were and the role they played in the nation's early years isn't done yet.
We've learned more about the Battle of Camden as this project has moved forward. We'll still learn more. We're pulling DNA from the remains. We're going to attempt to connect them to modern descendants, if that's possible.
The soldiers will lie in repose in Camden from tonight until Saturday morning, and that's open to the public. A formal permanent burial will happen at a later date after a new cemetery has been built on the battlefield in Camden. Reporting live from the State House, Mary Green, WS News 10.
All right, Mary, thanks so much. And the body of a 14th soldier was discovered as well, believed to have been a British loyalist from North Carolina. Coroners have since determined that he probably has Catawba ancestry, so they're now coordinating with the tribe for his reinterment.